Usually so. To every infant, love is given. But between work, profits, and other stuff, from evening to evening, the crust of the heart grows rough. The heart wears a body. That body a shirt. And that's not all. They're obsessed. An idiot inventing cufflinks. Somebody started pouring starch all over his chest. Getting old, they see their mistakes. The women start screaming. The men exercise, resembling windmills. Too late. The skin is already covered with wrinkles. Love gets nourished, flourishes for a bit, and withers. As a kid, I was gifted with lots of love. From childhood on, folks are overcome by chores. I ran away once I had enough and procrastinated. Walking along the Ryan chores, my mom got angry. What a wicked child! Oh, my dad said his belt would teach me some sense, but I, with a phony 3-ruble bill, lived wild and gambled with soldiers under a fence. Without shirts or shoes weighing down upon me, out in the sunlight, I sprawled out and baked. First turned my back to the sun, then my tummy all day long till my belly began to ache. The sun was amazed, barely noticeable on the shore, and yet has a heart. The little one knows no bounds. How can I have enough space to store me, the river, and the towering mountains? As an adolescent, in adolescence, major decisions are made. Any fool is taught grammar and reason, but I was kicked out of my school in 5th grade and thrown in and out of the Moscow prisons. Your apartment-sized world is one of the littlest. There you breed many curly-haired lyricists. But who needs those lapdogs with old stale lyrics? I was taught how to love in the Moscow Buturkis. What should I care about Bois de Boulogne? What should I sigh when I look at the sea but the funeral parlor? Sitting alone, I fell in love with the peephole of the cell 103. They see the sun daily and hold it in low esteem. What is it worth, that little bright ray? But I, at that time, for a single warm beam, would have given the whole world away. My university. You know French. You divide and multiply even better. Derive easily? Well, keep deriving. You hear me? Tell me this. Can you sing with the buildings together? Do you know the language streetcars are speaking? The human fledgling from the egg first rises and reaches for novels, for paper to write on. I learned my alphabet from mass advertisements turning the pages of tin and iron. You take the earth, rip it to pieces, and study it stripped. While the planet itself is tiny, I learned geography with my ribs, using the earth as a mattress to lie on. Ilyanovsky's sledding covered with sweat. Barbarossa's beer, could it really be red? Whatever! The dust-covered rubbish is not worth my worry. In Moscow, I know every single story. You take the Prolubov to fend off all evil, for even his name suggests he's good. I've detested the rich since my youth, being feeble and always selling my soul for their good. Here, gentlemen study so ladies may like them. Empty foreheads ring for too much concentration. But I spoke alone with the buildings at nighttime, and with water reserves held long conversations. The rooftops listening with every window frame, caught whatever I threw into their ears that day, and later their weathercock tongues continued to blabber about the night and about each other. Adulthood. Adults are busy with bills in their pockets. Love, sure, for 100 or so. But I wandered broke, homeless and ragged, having no money and no place to go. It's night. You put on your finest faces on wides and windows. You practice your moves. I'm choked in Moscow's loving embrace, in the ring of its endless silver loops. In the heart, almost clock-like, the lovers are ticking in passionate bedrooms. The long lovers flare, but I heard thundering heartbeats of cities sprawling across the Strasnaya Square. My jacket's wide open, with my heart on my sleeve. I've opened myself to the sun and the street. Enter with passion, climb into my soul. My heart is now free. I've lost all control in others. I know where the heart had been placed. Everyone knows it bears in the chest. But even anatomy is absurd in my case. There's just one massive heart. And no room for the rest. In the last 20 years, how many springs there in my sizzling body have gathered? Their weight still unused is too much to bear, and not just in verse, but in reality, rather. What became of it? More than allowed, and much more than needed. And though disillusioned by the poetic fate, the lump in the heart grew bigger and bigger, and big was my love, and big was my hate. Under that burden, the feet stumbled forward. I was always well built, you know, yet with weight of a heart. I walked awkward, and the breadth of my shoulders swayed, and to and fro I swelled with the milk of the verse. It wouldn't leave me, it overflowed me with nowhere to run. I staggered, overwhelmed by the lyric of the world-nursing imagery of Maupassant. I call. Like a heavyweight lifter, I stumbled on, tired. I called, as if summoning people to vote, of alarming the villagers that there is a fire. Here it is! Help me carry my load! When they saw such a boat sobbing and wailing through snow and through mud, running in fright, all the ladies quickly scurried away from me. There is too much. We just wanted to tangle tonight. I can't do it no more. And yet, I carry this burden. I want to throw it away, but I won't. That's for certain. I walked on enduring the pain in my chest. My ribcage was trembling under the stress. You came attracted by my roar and my height, but looked closer and saw there merely a boy. You took my heart away like it was all right and went on playing just a girl with a toy. And everyone stood there rather bewildered. Ladies and maidens were gaping at you. Love such a fellow, well, one day he'll kill you. She must be a tamer straight out of the zoo. But I felt unyoked, triumphant, and proud. I was oblivious in my delight, like a bright, happy Indian. I leapt all about and felt so elated and light. I can't lift the grand piano all on my own. The steel safe is too heavy too, but if not the safe or the piano alone, how could I carry my heart back from you? Bankers know and money would pay. If the pockets are full, place it all in the safe. I've hid all my love into you, like riches in steel, and walked on like Croesus, but wealthier still. And if desire really demands it, I'll take out some smile or whatever the cost and party all night with all of my friends that are spending some 15 liras at most. It's the same with me. Fleets, even fleets rush to the port. The train, even the train speeds to the station. But I'm being pulled to you all the more since I love you. And I haven't got patience. Pushkin's knight goes down into his vault tomorrow and joyfully gape at it all. It is thus I return to you, my beloved, to stare at my heart. For I know you'll have it. When people come home, they feel happy and free. They wash their dirty hands and shave. Don't you know it's exactly the same with me? When returning to you, I come home. All the same. The earthy man is laid into earth. In the end, we have to return to our ends. Thus I reach back for you with all my verve, just as soon as we parted, separating our hands. Outcome. Neither miles nor quarrels can make love perish. Thought out, tested, all through. Raising the sheet of verses, my cherished. I swear that my love is both constant and true. (1990)
1920s.